Good evening and welcome once again to Sports 24/7. I am Abhishek Bhide and this evening to discuss Wimbledon, once again we have Pranav Ranade with us. Hi Pranav, how are you doing?
Hi Abhishek, I'm fine. And what about you?
I'm good, excellent. So as I was saying, Wimbledon is just past its halfway stage right now. Uh, the Sunday rest day is done. The Manic Mondays, which it is called Manic Monday, it is done, and we are at Tuesday. So in the men's gentlemen singles draw, we have all eight quarterfinalists, and in the ladies singles, we have our four semi-finalists now. But before going on to discuss both those singles events, I'd just like to point out, like from the Indian point of view, uh, Sania Mirza and Rohan Bopana, who are playing mixed doubles, they have their match currently going on, and they are a set down. So they lost the first set, and the second set has just started. So fingers crossed, and hoping that there's some Indian element, which stays on and goes ahead in Wimbledon. Having said that, the ladies singles, Pranav. So we have the first and second seed who have made it to the semi-finals. So which is in kind of it is good because before the tournament started, we were discussing that lady singles these days has become quite unpredictable. So that is a good thing. Plus Pliskova, she's ranked number 8, so she's number 8 seed actually for Wimbledon. She's made it through. So how do you see these two matches happening now?
Yes, Abhishek, it's good as well as it's surprising that number one and number two seed are still uh, surviving in this tournament as far as the ladies game is concerned, because we don't see that consistency in as far as ladies tennis is concerned. But if you see, the number one seed is Barty, and Barty has her semi-final clash with Kerber,
Right.
and I think Barty's form is pretty good right now, and we all know that Kerber is a former world number one, and currently she is 25th, I think, in the world rankings, and she also has won three Grand Slams.
Yes.
So finally, she has managed to kind of turn back the clock and reach the last four, the semis. But I would feel that I would go with Barty as far as the semi-final one is concerned, purely because she is number one seed, number one in the world, and her form is also pretty good right now. And talking about the second match, number two seed Sabalenka
Yes.
faces number eight
Pliskova.
seed. Yeah, so that's also going to be a pretty interesting match. So finally, we have a situation where in last four there are top the three players are top 10 seeds, so that's pretty
Yes.
good as far as ladies tennis is concerned, and I'm really looking forward for those two semifinals.
Yes, and Pliskova has been in good form. She has a big serve, so serve is usually very important in tennis, but especially in Wimbledon. If you keep serving strong, then and if it's difficult for the opponent to break your serve, then you almost make sure that you at least go to the tiebreaker. So let's see how those two matches pan
And
out.
Abhishek, especially serve is important in ladies tennis also. We don't see many great servers in ladies tennis,
Right.
uh, barring exceptions like Serena Williams. So as you said, Pliskova's service is her weapon. So if she utilizes it, she can very well upset number two set.
Right, absolutely. And she's quite tall as well, which is usually
Yeah.
considered to be an advantage to have a big and accurate serve. So, moving on from ladies singles, let's get on to gentlemen singles. So, gentlemen singles, the first quarterfinal will be Novak Djokovic, obviously, number one ranked player and also the first seed, the top seed. And he'll be playing Fukovic. So, Fukovic, Pranav, he has beaten a couple of, good players on the way. Diego Schwartzman of Argentina, and also Andrei Rublev of Russia. So, how do you see this match panning out?
Yes, so Fukovic has been around for quite a while now. At least we have been hearing his name for last 3 to 4 seasons,
Yes,
and it's great to see that despite not being seeded for the tournament, he has won against two top players, Rublev and Schwartzman. So I congratulate him for his great run up till now. And yes, as far as Djokovic is concerned, everybody in the world expected him to, just breeze through all his four matches and come through the quarterfinals. And I think uh, Djokovic will face a stern fight as far as this first quarters is concerned. But I think Djokovic should eventually prevail because he has so many varieties, so many weapons in his arsenal that he is almost good for anybody.
Absolutely, absolutely. And so Djokovic, we are looking, he's looking, like almost more or less certain to win this match. But you never know at this stage in the tournament, there could be any time a surprise in store. The next one is Khachanov versus Shapovalov. So this match again, Shapovalov is a left-hander. So interesting game. He's quite aggressive, one-handed, single-handed lefty backhand, which is now a rarity in the game. Used to watch McEnroe and those guys playing that kind of a backhand. So how do you see this second quarterfinal panning out?
It's going to be pretty interesting because both the players, Khachanov and Shapovalov, they are pretty hard hitters.
Okay.
Uh, I think they are hard court specialists as far as the current situation is concerned, but they are going to face each other in the second quarterfinals. And Shapovalov has been having a pretty impressive run so far. He has beaten two-time Wimbledon champion Andy Murray in the third round, and he just won against Batista Agut pretty convincingly. So
Yes, straight sets.
he is really having a great run, and in fact, his game is quite distinct. I feel he has I mean, he is left-handed, and he, as you said, as you mentioned, that he has a one-handed backhand. That's a complete rarity in tennis.
Yes.
And as far as Khachanov is concerned, it's great to see him in quarters, but I saw his last match. He wasn't quite consistent enough. In fact, his consecutive 5 service games got broken by the opponent, and he has almost spent 4.5 hours. So maybe there may be a slight recovery issue as far as Khachanov is concerned.
Right.
So I believe with the current form, I will go for Shapovalov to win this match.
All right, all right. And you also mentioned Andy Murray, so it was good to see him come
Yeah.
back. But I think we always somewhere knew that once he gets into third, fourth round, it will be difficult for him to sustain his playing after a long
Yes.
time at this level. Also, a couple of mentions, which is a couple of sort of surprise wins. First was Francis Tiafoe. He beat Stefanos Tsitsipas in the first round, so that was a shocking defeat of the second seed. And also Zverev, he was beaten by our next quarter finalist, which is Felix Auger Aliassime. So I hope we are saying these names right, because this doesn't come naturally to us. But he'll be playing Berrettini. Berrettini, who's been on the circuit for a while now, is an Italian player, well more known for hard courts and clay court, but he's made it to the quarters. And Aliassime, he's been a revelation. He's been wonderful. I saw his match against Zverev as well. So how do you see this one panning out? Advantage to Aliassime because of the surface?
Absolutely, yes. I do feel he's just 20 years old, but his game suits grass court tennis, and he will be very happy to have won against Zverev, and he will also have in mind that he has also beaten Federer 15 days back in one of the tournaments.
Yes, in Halle,
And
right?
in Halle, that's correct. So he has his form and confidence on its side. And if you remember in the preview of Wimbledon, we had mentioned that we are looking for a new Boris Becker
Yes.
in to get his hands on the trophy.
Right, right.
You never know. Maybe this guy is going to do that someday. Maybe this Wimbledon. We never know. As far as Berrettini is concerned, he is a clay court specialist, but I feel the form is in favor of Felix Aliassime, and he's going to win tomorrow, I think.
Well, I hope so. Like to have a new champion, because he certainly has the game for it. He has a good strong serve. He's tall. He's got a forehand is his weapon, and his backhand is also not bad. It's quite consistent. He comes to the net, so he has all the qualities. Let's see how it goes. If he wins this match, and then coming to the next quarterfinal, which is Roger Federer will be playing Hurkacz. Now Hubert Hurkacz. He's a Polish player, and he's just won a 5-setter against Medvedev. So that was a surprise victory for him as well. Medvedev was expected to come into the quarterfinals. So he'll be playing Roger Federer, who's won his first 4 matches. And we were discussing this in the preview as well, that hoping he'll make the quarters and go deep into the tournament. How do you see him? How do you think he has played so far? And is he in good shape mentally, physically, and game wise to beat Hurkacz?
Yeah, firstly, Abhishek, we have to congratulate Hurkacz. He previous to this Wimbledon, he has a very bad record as far as this tournament is concerned, and he has taken a gigantic leap to beat the world number two
Yes,
unexpectedly. In fact, yesterday he was trailing 1-6 to 2,
right.
and today it was a complete surprise. He completely changed his tactics. He went from the defensive baseline game to kind of serve and volley and the drop shots, the old conventional type of tennis game, and
Yes,
that really worked for him. And he caught Medvedev in complete surprise, and the world number two did not have any answers. So congratulations to Hurkacz. And yes, as far as Federer is concerned, Federer will be, in fact, happy to face Hurkacz than Medvedev.
right.
Probably Medvedev would have toiled
Tired him
Federer.
out with rallies
Yeah,
from the
exactly,
baseline.
exactly. He would have rattled Federer from the baseline. He would
Right,
have just engaged Federer in rallies. And we all know at this age, Federer is not going to win much rallies.
right,
So it seems that for Federer, it's good that Medvedev is not there and Hurkacz is there. But on the other hand, Federer still needs to up his game at least 3 to 4 levels. Well, I was hoping he's going to up his game in yesterday's match, but that did not happen. And he pretty much, the improvement is significant from the first game. But as Team Henman said in his podcast, that it's still pretty average as far as
right.
Federer standards are concerned. So he needs to improve major aspects. He does not have his first serve right now in all his 4 games, and his speed also is seems to be compromised because of his age.
Right.
So all he has to do is just find his first serves, hit as many assists as possible, and shorten the points as much as possible. But I would say, even though he has not played even 70% of his potential so far, Federer is going to be a favorite for tomorrow, purely because he will be having experience on his side.
Right,
He will
right.
also have crowd on his side, and he will somehow he has the willpower. He still has that fire to win the matches.
I think you mentioned about the crowd. I think if Federer plays in Antarctica, even the Penguins will be supporting him. That's the kind of
Exactly.
popularity he has throughout the entire planet.
Yep.
Hurkacz, just a couple of points to add on there. He has a very strong serve. He's tall, big build, and especially from the deuce court out wide to Federer's forehand. That will be something for Federer to look at. And also second serve, he has a good kick serve
Yes.
from the ad court actually, and from the deuce court he serves out wide. So a bit similar to Federer in that sense, because even Federer has a really good kick serve which he uses as a second serve weapon, especially serving towards the opponent's backhand, which is difficult to hit a topspin to. So a couple of technical aspects also to look at, and it will be an interesting match. And of course we are hoping that he wins and goes to the next round. And I actually want to see him play Felix Auger-Aliassime and beat him because he lost to him in Halle, and he was really unhappy. Federer was
Yes.
unhappy with that loss, and especially in the third set, how he lost in Halle. So let's see. Pranav will again meet sometime soon, maybe Saturday or Sunday before the finals, maybe, and hopefully, it could be a Federer Djokovic final as well. Fingers crossed. You never know. At this age, he can lose anytime, but all we can do is hope and keep supporting him. And you guys keep supporting us. Keep watching our videos, keep liking, keep subscribing. Those who have not subscribed yet. And I hope you enjoy these videos, and we'll see you soon. Take care.